Hello everybody, Joe's Free Time here. How you doing? Okay, so there's a video that's in the, well, it's already been filmed. It's not in the works. It's actually been filmed, of how to change the battery in this nut device right here. But I think I'll release that video after this one because it would make more sense. So I got this nut device, and yeah, make all the jokes. It's nutting. Nut find easy. It's down there, isn't it? Anyway, the great thing about the nut is you do get like two spare batteries, and you get 4 devices, and they're pretty inexpensive. I was going to get the AirTag, but then I realised, oh wait, Apple only works with Apple because they're dumbasses and don't work with everybody. But I guess, you know, that's how they work, I guess. I suppose I have to advertise something. Anyway, yeah, it comes with 2 batteries, lots of little tape things here, and you can also put on your keys. You can put it on anything that you've got that's got a little keychain thing attached to it. I've got one in my bag. I've got one on my keys right now, and something else as well. Oh yeah, I've got one in my wallet. There we go. So that's 3 of the nut devices. I've got a spare one here. But what I've ordered is a suspicious, if anything, same device. Now, why have I ordered it? Because it got the best of me, in a way, when I looked at it. Because the reviews say it doesn't work properly. It doesn't do GPS this, blah, blah, blah. So, because this one does have like a GPS on board, it like pinpoints when it was last located. Obviously you need your phone nearby to find the device. You know, it's not magic. It doesn't have a SIM card in it. People did complain about that, but it's just to find your keys, and it's a bit more of a modern version of the whistle key finder, if you remember those things. That's all they're really for. But you can actually you know, buy these things now, and they basically work on your phone and basically it has a little GPS of where it was last located, and it's somewhat helpful in its own way. And if someone else has got the Nut app on their phone, it will actually pinpoint probably where your device is. I don't know if this is the version that will do it as well, because I know the AirTags do the same thing, where they, if someone's got an iPhone nearby, or which is nearly everybody apparently, according to Apple users, and you know, it will find your tag much more easier. With this one, it's the same. I think, you know, if someone's got the Nut app on their phone and they've got an Android, it will tell you on here where it's last located from another phone. But you can also use your own phone to do it anyway. So I've ordered a different version. It wasn't that much cheaper than this one, but I got it anyway because the bad reviews say that it's not very good and all that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm a man of curiosity most of the time, I thought I order them, because I was going to order another set of different nut devices, but I decided to go for this because I wanted to see how my curiosity would go. So what I'm going to do is, it's about 3 stops away, this item. I'll come back to you and show you it in action. So here we are in the famous living room location. Anyway, got the item right here. Can't turn around because it's got my mum's address on it. I'm trying to keep her private out of this, so do this on the camera. Let's see what we actually got. And it looks like I only got one of them. Strange. Let's see what we got anyway. And there it is. With stickers on it. Anyway, let's see what we got. I'm prepared as usual. Using my nails, it's okay. If I can do it. Let's just rip into it, fuck it. I'm not keeping the box. But it would be nice to keep it as good as the Nut one did. But oh well. Can't have everything. Can't have it all. Oh, they're really nice looking. Okay. Okay. Now what we got here? Oh, interesting. Got a little pick for our guitar. And then you've got the user manual, and then you've got the device itself. Hang on, let's have a look. Let's have a look. This is the white one. If you can't fathom that it's white, and please get your eyes checked. Wow, that is puny. That's smaller than I thought. Come on, get out of this damn packet. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's tiny, tiny little thing. Where's the battery though? Where does the battery go? Let's look at the manual. Now you also get one in black, of course, black and white, 2 black, 2 white, etc. There it is. That's the black one. The other one you get spares with. Do you get all the spares though? Yeah, you get 2 spare batteries. Let's see what the battery is. Well, it's definitely a CR32 still, and just a generic Chinese battery that you probably would get from Home Bargains. Now, how do you change the battery in this thing? That's intriguing me. User manual. Battery type. So, yeah, we know that. So you've got to download an app, obviously, like all these devices. Same as the nut, but let's compare it to the nut quick. Yeah. So compare it to my nuts. Well, this is with a keychain on, but obviously you need to put your own keychain on or whatever. Wow. Look at that. Identical, apart from this is actually a bit more thicker than this nut. This is the nut device, as you can tell. Look how thick that is compared to that. So that's the difference between these two. Does it work properly though? That's what I want to know. I'll just get this lock picking device. Quickly check how to take this battery out. I'm missing something. Brain cell probably. How do you take the battery out? Is it this way around? No. Is it this way around? It doesn't tell you much on the instructions, by the way. I can't change the battery, I don't think. Battery type. Power off existing units. Carefully power off. Battery replacement. Open the case from the grip of the tracker and replace the battery. Let's see. Did it twist off? No. Does it pry off? So I don't want to damage it before I use it. This is for something, but I don't know what. That's strange, isn't it? I've dropped the pick. I'm back. Oh, that's really strange, that. I have no idea. Really don't. This is pretty strange. I'll put it into the bottom then. Oh, right, I put it, right, you open it that way. Wow, that's interesting. And a bit dumb design. So I've got to pry this off. Let's see. Oh, and it pries off. And that's how you change the battery right there. We've all got the same battery embedded into it. Looks like it's a right pain to put the battery in compared to the nut, which is more simpler than this. There we are. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to connect all this up. I'm going to give you my final verdict in maybe a day or so. or maybe later. I'll see you later. Right, so there's an app you have to download called I Find You, which is with this kimfly round disc thingamabob. Once you open it, you know, you've got your I Find You app. Now, to start with, you have to press the plus button to search for a device, which is not needed. But yeah, it's a bit of a sketchy app, to be honest. I can see why people were having problems with it. But if you slide it across like an iPhone, you can actually do a selfie, which looks absolutely poor. Let me show you what I mean. Just press selfie button. You can see, look, it's put it in a very weird format, as you can tell. Let's go back and slide it across. You can also edit it as well and put lost reminder, close loss reminder function. You can even rename it to whatever you want, but you can also add a photo of the item, which I will do later. But you can also like remove it. Now let me show you how to add another one. So I'm going to get the black one right here, and I'm going to put it, hold on to the button to put it in peri mode, and there it is. That's how simple it is to add it. Then you can like edit it to whatever you want. So I'm going to call it bag 2. Bag 2. Save. Lost reminder. Something like that. Save. And here we are. Now, if you tap on one of these devices, like bag 1 for example, the white one, it will come up with this weird radar thing. Now I don't know what that means. I'm guessing that is where the tag is located. But you can also press a button here. That sounds like a bloody fire alarm. Not fire alarm. You know what I mean. What do you call them? Bedside alarms. If you remember those things that used to sound like that. You still get those now. Fire alarm. What did I say fire alarm for? What a moron. And you can also, I think you can also scroll down here and locate it. But if we put it over here, looks like it's got pretty good range, to be honest. It's quite close. I swear if I put it like too close, it might say it's close, but yeah, it's really odd. I think you can also ring the phone as well. And it basically comes up like that. Very interesting. Now, what else is in this app? I'm kind of intrigued because I only just installed this app. Well, it looks very basic, doesn't it? Yeah, very, very basic. Compare it to something like the other app we have on our phone, the Nut. If we go to the Nut app quickly and show you the difference. So we go to Nut, you can actually see we've got distance. We can like obviously change the avatar, but we can also put a photo, but the photo thing doesn't work anymore on this app or the other previous app it's recommended to us. Can't speak, sorry. But in this one you can do all sorts of stuff, location history, etc. You know, with this app it's very, very basic, to say the least, this one. Yeah, but you can actually add a photo, which is nice. So at least you can do that, but it's just like, you know, it's a bit basic to say down the line. I don't know, maybe this unit is cheaper than the Nut, but I don't know. As I said, I'll give you my thoughts over time and see how I got along with it. Right, so I've had this app going for a little bit, and I have to say this is the worst app ever for a tracker, honestly. I mean, we just compared not long ago the Nut Finder app, and that is not supported anymore, but it still works. And then there's the other app which works with it as well, but it also has the same glitch problem with the photo, but at least it works and at least it tells you all sorts of information. This app doesn't tell you anything. It tells you fuck all. You know, honestly, it doesn't. Honestly, when you swipe it across and you go to edit, it Doesn't tell you any battery percentages. Doesn't do much features at all. And you know, when you go to this Finder thing, there's a Google Map thing below, right? But as it's just proven, look, the location thing's missing. So I guess they don't have a built-in GPS into this round disk thing. But honestly, they give you all this promise from the Amazon page of it having a GPS location on it, because it shows you a map on it. It shows you like a Google Maps thing, or close enough to some form of map anyway, and it doesn't. So, you know, this is one up from the beeper that you used to have back in the 90s when you used to whistle at it. But this is not as upgraded as the nut is. The nut basically gives you a location, a GPS location. It tells you the battery percentage and everything. This thing tells you nothing. So I can see why people are a little bit chuffed off with this, because it's advertised with all this GPS stuff and then it doesn't show you it. It's a poor excuse. And it's a poor excuse of an app as well. And it only does 4 devices? Come on. Who's going to be like, you know, who's got the chance of buying 2 full sets of these things and then going, oh, this app only works 4 at a time? So yeah, it's a disappointment. It tells you here, you know, information like cannot get the tracker connected, reset the phone, you know, Bluetooth and reset the app, etc. Install new battery, CR2032. At least it tells you all that information. But if you look below, it says you can only add up to 4 devices. What? So what happens if you've got 2 full sets of these things? That's ridiculous. So already, in my opinion, I would say just go for another 4 set of nut devices if you've got already a 4 set and you want to get another 4 set. And you're thinking this will be a great idea because it's a nice, cool device. It is a cool device to look at, and it is very light in the hand. But looking at the guts inside it earlier on, you can actually tell this is a poor excuse of a tracker. And the app is poor. So if you're expecting the same GPS functionality as, say, for example, the AirTags or whatever, you know, you're mistaken. But I thought I'd give you a heads up before I give my final conclusion, but you can already tell from this final conclusion it's kind of disappointing. This is a very dubious device, and you know it's bad when it doesn't even have a simple GPS on it, considering how much you're paying for it, which is close enough to the nut device, to be honest. I looked at it and they're both near the same price. So I don't understand why they're allowed to sell this. I mean, the one good thing I say is the range. You know, it's not that bad. You can, like, you know, move these around. It tells you how many percentage you are near the item. That's one good thing I can say about it. But when it comes towards GPS, it doesn't have any, by the looks of it. Either that or this app doesn't. You know, or even better, it's had a spat with Google. So, in my opinion, I'll probably say avoid it if you are a person that wants all the GPS functionality as well, the same as the AirTag and the nut device, which is a great device. The nut device is excellent. I've not had no problems with it at the packet. All right, one major problem, that is you can't change the photo, but that's only one little niggle. I'll take that over this app, to be honest. But anyway, I'm gonna lay my head on this and I'll give you probably a final conclusion what I think. Okay guys, sorry about the crappy webcam quality. I'm filming this on the older laptop. By now I've probably got a new one anyway. But anyway, as I said, I would give this product a bit of a thought, and I've given it about a day's thought over this. I've been to Lincoln with these things. I put this one in my little carrier bag because it was a hot day. It was like 24 degrees or something, which to you Americans is not that hot. I also had my nut right there. in there, as well as the wallet that also has a nut in it. I took the white one with the rubbish battery in it. This one has a good battery in it because I swapped them over. Now I didn't have enough, so I had to swap out what I believe was worth more money, probably bag 2 and probably the hard drive that I stuck it onto. So this one's got the bad battery, but I've ordered some new batteries anyway. But enough about that. How did I get on with the app today? Well, it did its job in its own way. It was still working even on 4G. It was like bouncing the signal and told me where the bag was, even though it was mostly located near me. The bad news is the GPS still doesn't work, which is terrible, to say the least. But if you just want a simple key finder that's a bit more graded, I guess this will do you, but it's a bit expensive, and considering on Amazon's page it says specifically that it has the GPS functionality from the phone to this device, it's a lie. It doesn't have it at all. Also, removing the battery on this is a bit more difficult than the nut device I have here, which is much easier to open. I'm just opening it right now. Just simply pop open like that, and there's the battery. Simple as that. But to consider that I have to have a tool for this device, it's a bit of a faff. But it's not a bad device if the GPS was working. The app is a bit sketchy though. They need to work on that. It's a very basic piece of software. And by the looks of it, this thing looks like you could actually fit a GPS in it anyway, a tiny little GPS chip or something in there, and then it would locate it through to the phone. But I'm guessing they were too cheapskate for this, but they could still use the phone's GPS. But hey ho, this device is a little bit overpriced. It's considering you don't need the GPS option, and I guess you can somewhat find the device. It's not a complete scam, but considering it shows GPS on the Amazon page, it's a bit of a lie, considering the fact that I have to use a little radar thing like I'm on a ship to find this little device right here. Available in black, available in white. If you can get a 2-pack, get that and see if you like it, if you're getting this, because if you get a 4-pack, it's guaranteed you're not going to use them all because you realize the GPS doesn't work. So there you go, it varies. But hey ho, that's that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. What did I wait for? I'm such a dumbass. Cheers.